I'm going to record this because yesterday the video that I recorded was at 1 in the morning with my wife sleeping in the next room. So now I'm going to do a proper with commentary review of this truck, which is a very nice truck and which I did drive in real life, and which has been very nicely made in this game. Very nicely made. There's one thing that does annoy me, and again, it's the beacons. The beacons on either side of the cab, they're nowhere near that forehead window, and yet they're seen inside. And what's even worse is here they stop at the top bed, but from the outside they illuminate the back of the cab entirely. Back here. Oh, and also the engine is extremely loud. And it's not all that powerful, but then again, Volvo has always been over fuel economy and reliability over anything else, so... And I do like the horns on the roof. When you get the flat roof, you can have the horns either front or back. I'm surprised. I was gonna say, yeah, actually, on the low roof, there's no wind deflector, or at least I didn't see any. And I've also noticed, I've actually noticed something, and it's that when you look at this blind spot hood mirror, it's very, how can I say this? It feels like it doesn't move along the cab, and that's because I discovered this when driving in this camera mode. I don't know if you can see, but the hood and the cab are actually moving differently. Yeah, so how most trucks are is the frame is one piece, and then the cab and the engine are another piece, but here the engine is actually part of the frame. So that means that the cab is on an air ride system, which is why modern trucks are extremely comfortable. You've got the wheels themselves, which have air suspension, the cab is on air suspension, and the seats are on air suspension, so you're sitting on 3 different cushions, which is amazing. But here, they have, yeah, it's just the cab that is part of the cab, the engine is not included. This gearbox took a lot to get used to. It's the same one as on the Mac Anthem, which I would normally like, but unfortunately it has a very underpowered engine. And I think that in terms of performance and power weight ratio, I think this truck has the second worst engine to the Mac Anthem, even though it's the D15, I believe. Diagnostics. It's 464 horsepower, 1850 ton, and 18-speed transmission. Yeah. My goodness, this balloon keeps getting stuck on my fender. Oh, and something that I really love is this Trip 1. It's actually got on the bottom right how long I have before I need to sleep. The only other truck that has that included on the dashboard is the DAF 2021 from Euro Truck Sim. Euro Truck Sim 2, obviously. It's just a shame that I only thought about doing this when it gets dark. I do like the headlights though, they're really nice. No, cat, no. Go grab the balloon over there. Balloon with a string that the cat's love to chase, but last time one of them got their claw stuck in the fan like an idiot. 50 zone. And it's probably gonna be reduced again. I'm gonna do 35. Oh, it is 35.
Keep left.
Close way station.
Left.
It's very well modeled. And of course, this is even better than the truck that I drove, because I drove mine
left.
in 2018, 2019. And it was already nice back then. At least I'm happy now to have the option to include the turn signal in the mirrors, because I'm personally a big fan of that. And until now, there were only 2 trucks that ever did that, and that's the International. I don't even remember the small one. I don't even remember which one it was. International LT and the Western Star 49X. I believe so. Yes. Yeah, the LT had it. There it is. I was quite surprised. I didn't mind the LT, but I don't know. I mean, it's exactly the same interior as the Lone Star. It's basically a truck if you like the interior of the Lone Star, but you hate the exterior. And it's more fuel efficient because it doesn't have access to as powerful of an engine. But it did the same thing, as that you've got those here, and you can see them on the inside up here, and it really annoys me. It annoys me on this truck as well, but I really like it so much that I'm willing to just completely ignore it. And besides, when I just use the numpad to look left and right, I don't even see it. I really have to. Even then, I can only see it in the corner when I go all the way over there like that. So I'm just willing to ignore it because it's just that good of a truck. I just think that the engine noise is a bit too loud in comparison to the rest of the truck, and I know I can change that in the settings, but I just would have preferred that it came like that, with lower engine noise. That's back to 55. Oh, and also this windshield comes with a defroster. It's purely cosmetic, but I made it. I basically turned it into the truck that I would want to drive if I 45. Basically turned it into the truck that I would want to drive if they were like, alright, you're gonna make the truck that you're going to live in. And I would want a defroster.
Right, and then turn right.
I had a bad experience with something related to that when
turn right.
When I was in a blizzard and I was on my way to a truck stop, and then why are you stopping, you bloody idiot? Is it because of me? Probably. I'm not even in a convoy. I mean, the AI in the base game is decently intelligent, but in convoy it loses the 2.5 brain cells that it has in offline mode. It's kind of stupid. What is that? DPS, damage per second. This got a World of Warcraft player or something. Oh, and of course the little blind spot thing, light, and the emergency sound, and it's 360 degrees. It's not just on the blind side, and I mean, I suspect it's a necessity because I always say that I dislike conventional trucks. I mean, yeah, they look really cool, but when you drive them, they are an absolute nightmare because for 1 hour until I get the A. Because
Keep right,
well,
and then continue
I'm
straight.
especially worried about whenever New England is going to be added in this game, which is probably not going to be before
Go straight.
2030 at this rate. But still, because I have delivered a load in this truck in New York City. No, I've picked up in New York City. Or was it Newark? And it was already hard enough with this truck. I can only imagine how it's going to be like with the let's say the W900 with the triaxle rear, the one with the additional heavy duty rear axle. Because I mean, I really do like the W900 rework, but the turning radius is even worse than it was before the rework. And good luck getting a W900 in New York City, because I never would. I mean, I would happily drive a W900. It's an amazing truck. But if I ever had a load that's either delivered or picked up in New York City, I would refuse it. Absolutely not. And it, I wouldn't even say it's because of my backing skills. I mean, I was a decent backer when I was trucking. That's right. Watch out for my trailer. But the thing that worries me is traffic. Because I drove through New York City twice, once in the middle of the night, which was amazing because there was no traffic, and then once in the middle of the day, and it took me my entire clock, my entire daily clock, to just drive through New York City and then get to a truck stop right outside, and I took the last parking spot. Actually, someone was about to take it from me, but then he saw that I was kind of impatient, so he went to park a little further. Went to talk to him, and he said, I'm only here for my break, so I'm just gonna park here, be gone in half an hour. And I told him, I said, thank you so much, because I actually pulled into the parking spot with 1 minute left on my clock. And yeah, I was so thankful. Dude was nice. And I'm actually happy of having this truck here. It was a very nice truck, and it's even nicer now. And it's got all the good things about... really? It's got all the good things about all of the recent additions. For example, you can change the seats independently, which is why, even though I have the most expensive interior option, I actually didn't go for leather seats. I went with cloth. I do prefer cloth seats over leather seats.
Okay, let's find a new
Mostly
route.
because of longevity, because this is the problem that I have with vehicles these days. They're not meant to last. They're part of what I call the throwaway culture. You own a car, you own it for a couple of years, and then it's no longer your problem, which is why a lot of modern cars, they have very poor resale values. And I went with cloth seats because, yes, that doesn't happen in the game because there's no such thing as wear, as in wear and tear, not as in to wear clothes, but wear and tear in American Truck Simulator. There's no such thing as physical damage. But I would have chosen cloth seats because one thing I really hate is how bad leather seats look when they're old and cracked. And I think that the only advantage that a leather seat will have over a cloth seat is that a cloth seat has, obviously being cloth, would have the very bad habit of absorbing any liquid that gets spilled on it. But that is something that I can do something about. I can just make sure, well, I'm not saying that I can 100% prevent it, but I can do my very best to not spill any liquids on my seat.
You're going to hit something.
Yeah, sorry, I know I've been doing this during the night in game, which is a bit stupid. The interior is really awesome. It's got this table that would fall down and that could turn into a second bed, fridge, TV, and it's got some speakers in the back for surround sound. Why are you slowing down?
Get ready to turn left.
This adaptive cruise control really needs a little bit of polishing.
Turn left.
Let's stay in a first-person view. It's so much easier in first-person view. Because you might think, oh, it's easier in third person because you can see all around you, but it's just so much easier in first person. Ah, no, 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 no. I think I know what I'm gonna have to do. It's this place. Ah, I hate it so much. Okay, good.
Turn right.
It's just straight in, but oh goodness, I hate this so bloody much. Probably gonna have to fish hook my way in and then back up in order to give the trailer the proper angle.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Thank you, Doug. Helpful as always. So I don't have nothing to say because I willingly chose his voice. So much about doing this in first person. Ah, goodness. I hope this is good enough. Oh yeah. Actually, I think I might have overshot this. Oh yeah, I did. Ah, no, I totally did. Gotta send a message. No, I'm not going to edit this out. Too lazy to edit. Not only too lazy to edit, but whenever I edit a video, for some reason it always comes out at a lower quality than I've recorded it. So, no. Actually, this is easily correctable, as long as that rear dolly doesn't get out of control too quick. It kind of does. I'm just gonna do this. What are you doing? Oh, did I save it? Did I save it? Did I save it? I think I saved it. Ooh, I think I saved it. Yes! Ah, ha, ha. Saved it. Awesome. Yeah, awesome truck. I absolutely love it. And I really love the customization options because the problem that I've had with a lot of the modern trucks is they always didn't have as good customization options as the old looking trucks like the 359, the W900, but this one has very good customization options. Yeah. Oh, and it's a bit late, but in case you wonder, I am going to show the inside of the... Oh, bloody hell, where is it? Low roof, because I did buy a low roof at first, and that's the low roof. It's got this little panel with a pouch and a table right here, and some drawers, but it's got no TV. But yeah. Great truck. Good job as always, SCS Software, always doing the best job. It's great, truly is. Awesome. Yep. I think I'm done.